오이 히사시부리.
하이파이.
Makes the most delicious Alahotzi fudge every Christmas. Can barely fit into my food. Do you think?
방송 인식이 되었습니다. 스트리머가 방하를 치면 라이브 여부를 바로 확인합니다.
All of my siblings have gone on to work for the ministry.
How could you?
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as pride.
You'll never believe
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
호구마 바보.
글멍청. 아니 오자마자 바보래.
웃어. 호구마 바보.
아니 다들 오자마자 나보고 다 바보래.
Said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know
엇보입니다.
when to stop, do you?
I know when not to
어제
stop.
왜 빈말로.
Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
뭔 빈말을 보냈다고 했나? 그러니까 저 빈말
어머어머 빈말이래.
I am not
섹시
letting this
여캠
go.
주소 보내셨나요?
제가요?
어머어머.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good
호구마님.
idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as
정말
irresponsible and reckless
부끄럽습니다,
now as his
호구마님.
parents were years ago.
존중
It's
취향.
why they died.
아니, 선생님, 저는 그런 적이 없어요. 거 이상한 소문 내고 다니시네.
굿밤 좋아요.
아니 바로
하얗은 여자만 보시면
어지럽다 정말.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late.
원래
I
저런 거
hope Sebastian
선택지는
pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
한 번 뱉는다, 두 번 때리고 뱉는다, 세 번 죽이고 뱉는다.
아니 그거 맞아요? 뭐하는 거야? 제가
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Faster!
어디지? 어디로 가야 되나?
이거 말하는 거 생기니까 한번 외쳐봅니다.
어허.
No need to race now, my friend. I should investigate.
너 뭐냐?
이재명 대표님 지지자 호구나.
네?
맞잖아요.
저요?
Everything's all right now. Revelio.
그냥 그랬나요? 저도 몰랐던 사실을.
양쿠마시 나잘때 뱅키노.
아, 저 이제 퇴근하고 뱅킨 건데쇼?
These rocks have seen better days.
여긴 이제 취직 준비 중.
아, 얼른 주무셔. 출근해야 되는 거 아닙니까?
구마시 나중에 낙지 잡어와 불고기 양념 해줄게. 큐큐큐큐큐큐.
아이, 낙지만 잡아가면 됩니까? 너 뭐니? 넌 살아야 와 선생님.
Revelio.
호구마님 저는 밥 안 사주시나요?
네?
Accio. Descendo. Revelio.
오늘 선생님들 너무 많은데.
Incendio.
여자분들은 좋다고 지갑
Expelliarmus.
여시더니
Levioso. Confringo.
그런 적
실망이에요.
없습니다.
Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Revelio.
너무 많지않네 잠만. 왜 댕겨?
Defendo. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Repulso. Glacius.
아야.
Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Crucio. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Revelio.
홍카인 홍홍카인.
네?
Assignment's all finished.
What?
Off on another adventure, are we?
William, absolute moon mind.
매우 궁금했다니.
Revelio.
하고.
Excellent work today.
뭐야 완전
Class
갓겜이네.
dismissed.
왜요? 갑자기 갈게?
I take it you're ready.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat.
내가 아는
It should
갓겜은
only be
세기말
used when
옵지 1인데
necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
그건 갓겜이라.
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to
재미있게
learn it
했지.
in school, where we can instruct you properly
배치
as
안
to
해주는
its use.
갓겜.
Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
발다 배웠다.
Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured
Crisis,
and in
Bombarda.
control.
나 이거 언제 배워? 아바다 케다브라
요즘도 옵치 하시나요?
가끔씩 해요. 배우고 싶다.
아하.
배워. 맞네. 아씨. 해야겠다.
알던 태수분들이 다 없어지셨네요.
거의 다 뭐 바쁘고 여기저기 돌아다니겠죠?
뭔가 슬프네.
다 거쳐가는 거 아니겠습니까?
남은 게 왜 호구마죠?
그러면 안 되는 겁니까?
18.
아니 여기까지 할 필요는 없잖아요.
Revelio.
가자 나의 새야.
리벨리오.
르발레오.
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
야 너 못 내려가니? 아 새 다루기 겁나 힘드네.
Is Highwing all right?
소급
Natty told me
좀
what the two of you
하시죠.
did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
달려라 닌겐. 달려라 머그리야. 아 진짜 뛰는 거밖에 안 돼.
centaur. Tread carefully.
병이 가기
An
싫은데.
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
됐다. 헬려란 인간.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
우리 지팡이
I
타고
did
가는데?
notice the poachers talking with a few
so
villagers in
진짜로?
Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
너도 빗자루 있을 거 아니야. 빗자루 좀 타봐. 너무
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
좀 빨리 달리고 싶어.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio.
그러니까 그냥 그만 마셔.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it. Pelt. Poor beasts. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
됐어.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
That's it. Lightfooted's the word.
Perhaps I'll scout around Belcroft or something.
Revelio.
Ah, but a purse made of unicorn skin.
Nah, you want to leave it.
Patrificus totalis.
Before you go poking about the tracks of a streeler, need to let his trail stop smouldering. Yes, you can. I once found a copper pot what had a real gem in it. Amethyst, I reckon.
이거 좀 번역해주면 안 돼?
Come to think of it. Oh, who's cooking this jewels? No, now I recall. It wasn't a pot for cooking. It had no handle. Loud. Come to think of it, months ago I had a brooch. Nice it was. Sparkled like the glint in my eyes when I find it's a potato. Reducto.
Expelliarmus. Levioso.
Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Descendo.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
됐어. 이 졸라 거 아니야?
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Revelio.
More hushed.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a
Totalis. Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't gonna get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is gonna get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
Petrificus Totalis. Revelio. Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
왜 따라오냐? 따라오는 게 그냥 나무야.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Revelio.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Revelio.
뭐라?
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Let's play.
Stop right there. I'm sick. Stop right there.
Let's get this.
See how you like this.
Glacius.
Like
Bombarda.
the dragons do
Avoiding a the lab returns. Oh, enjoy the break, do you? Never like vegetables.
Glacius. Accio. Descendo. Protego. Incendio. Defendo.
어서오세요. 아직 할로윈 안
왜 이렇게 많아?
할로윈 기쁘세요. 도사님.
겁나 많네.
What have you done? One of my own. Conjugo!
Expelliarmus. Levioso.
Now you've
Confringo.
gone too far. You don't
Accio. Protego. Descendo. Incendio. Accio. Defendo. Glacius. Bombarda. Repulso.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Revelio.
겁나 많네 갑자기.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
따구리 깐다.
Incendio. This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
선생님.
네.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins and definitely
광고
not the
좀
fighting.
없애주세요.
The last thing I planned on was a
쓸 수가
dragon egg.
없어요.
And the poachers
구독하신대요.
saw us, which cannot be good.
돈 미세.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
걸어가? 나는 좀 순간 이동하고.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
일단은 뭐야? 아, 대쉬.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Why do students always run when Peevesy wants to have some fun?
가야 되나?
Wingardium Leviosa. So this is the underground harbour. Revelio. Revelio. That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
뭐지?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Horcruxes.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
난 어떻게 알고 있는 거지?
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The International Confederation of Wizards.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Ukrainian Ironbelly.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth. Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
모르겠다.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
사람은 갬프.
Gamp.
That's it! One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct! In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
입으로 알 낳는 것을 알려진 마법 동물? 에스푸어. 너네 스푸어.
The rune spore.
That's right! According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paws' 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Mount Greylock.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful! I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emeric the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Egbert the Egregious.
That's right! Emeric gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Haversacking.
That's right! Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Mimblus Mimbletonia.
Correct! The Mimblus Mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The Pepper Up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Linford of Stinchcombe.
Very good. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Linford's previous work to create the Pepper Up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A single slipper.
That's correct. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
North America.
That's right. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the okami and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless.
Correct! The 3 witches in the story are named Asha, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humouring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
템 주는구나.
Revelio! Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
굉장히 내가 모르는
Glacius! Revelio! Bombarda! Incendio! Defender! Revelio!
아비가 여기
호구와또
호구와또 또でございます 호구와또でございます
How nice to see you, my young friend.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I am hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
안녕하세요.
Sometimes it seems all right.
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there. Bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Try to make the most of it.
알을수록 좀.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
I wonder how we got past.
What's wrong with Lucy? Afraid of a staircase? Okay.
Hello there.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. Thank you for being willing to help me, Armeet.
You are very welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting your friend Lodgok.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just...
뛰어갈 거.
Not sure how I'd fare in this. Revelio. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But he's...
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Incendio!
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Revelio. Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
잘가 나 혼자 갈게. 오이?
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Armit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Clever.
Petrificus totalis.
You should know better than that by now. Who's that? Not quiet enough.
More than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Armit. You have my word.
Defendo, incendio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Armit. See if we can find any plans.
Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building? Right.
Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Somebody there? Hello? An intruder!
All little magistrates won't distract who?
Leviosa. Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Descendo.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boy.
Revelio.
This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Accio. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Can you remember?
Revelio.
What's that? Who's there?
Petrificus totalis.
How many of them are there? That should be the last of them, I'll meet. Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Bombarda. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Bombarda. Revelio. The door is looking at us. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found.
시계 돌아가야겠네.
Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps. Revelio.
나 먼저 갈게.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Revelio. Revelio.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
Welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
야.
Accio. Revelio. That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Revelio.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Quietly now. Revelio.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Even though I'm not alone.
Revelio.
Used for better things than this so-called patrol.
Totalis.
Patrolling this area is a waste of my time. Is somebody up for a minute?
Glacier. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Accio. Defendo. Ascendo. Incendio. Capulso. Accio. Glacius. Bombarda.
I'll get you for that.
Petrificus Totalis.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Ah, but if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but eat light and you'll be swift. But who wants to be swift?
Petrificus Totalis.
Who is it? What's that? Who's there?
How nice of you to stop.
Levioso!
I'll get you for
Confundo!
that!
Accio! Confundo!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And
Revelio.
that was relatively fun.
이구만.
Revelio!
I'll be quieter. For better or for worse, we're in.
I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though.
Petrificus totalis. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Revelio. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
You will regret coming here.
Surely you can see that.
Confringo! Descendo! Defendo! Accio! Incendio! Repulso! Glacis! Bombarda!
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Revelio!
나만.
Defendo! Incendio! Revelio!
The ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
위 한숨을 가득 차는구만. 좀 늘려주지 이거.
뭐야? 누군가 했더니 호구마 님이셨구나.
냄. 맞습니다요.
Wingardium Leviosa!
나갈 수 있지?
Revelio!
모르는 사람이 팔로우 돼 있길래 뭔가 했네.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
어서 오세요. 아직 팔로우 안 하셨다면 팔로우 부탁해요. 도사인. 도사인.
Or any number of possibilities, really.
Revelio! Oh.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Incendio! Revelio! Incendio!
가까이 가까이 가야 돼. 젠장.
That bridge has seen better days.
이거는 아마
Reparo. Revelio. Fringo. Fringo. Defendo. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Depulso. Glacius. Bombarda. Protego. Fringo.
We've read the world of another spider. I shall sleep.
Incendio. Revelio.
We're making quick work.
Professor Hecat would be proud. Depulso. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Defendo. Accio. Descendo. Revelio. I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Silent as a grave. Revelio. Revelio.
Ready to fight? Over here!
우와 겁나 세다.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso. We're not finished yet. Descendo. Accio. Bombarda. Glacius. Depulso. Reparo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Levioso.
아야.
Defendo. Incendio. Descendo. Accio. Glacius. Bombarda. Depulso. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Crucio. Defendo. Incendio. Descendo. Accio. Bombarda. Glacius. Repulsor. Reparo. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Descendo. Incendio. Repulso. Glacius. Bombardo. Crucible. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Confringo. Accio. Descendo. Defendo.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Incendio. Revelio.
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Incendio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more runes.
Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure.
Revelio.
I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
여기까지 해야겠다. 아, 너무 많이 했다. 굉장히 이야기 많이 갔다. 오늘 여기까지 할게요. 다들 내일 봐요. 바이바이.